Just when you think you've got everything covered, you see the issues coming your way and you have all the possible scenarios handled. You just get blindsided by something you had prior knowledge of because you let it slide through based on the fact you took the game on its word. What's going on, everybody? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and I consider myself to be in the know about Outriders. I've logged a decent amount of hours, I study the stats and bonuses, I read all the patch notes, but yesterday I fell into the trap of assuming that something was working properly in the game, and it really came back to bite me in the ass. But before we dive into this quick video, in case you aren't yet a sub, please smash that sub button and don't forget to ring the bell to receive all upload notifications. Let's go. Alright, so this video is actually going to touch on two topics that I've been seeing since the new Horizon update went live. And I don't know if these are in any way related, but the first one should have been a strong signal flare that the second one was inevitable. So, issue number one is this load-in screen blood splatter. And for those of us that have lived through that month or month and a half of the infamous damage mitigation issues, we all know what it used to mean. Anyways, for those of you who weren't engaged in Outriders at that time, if you saw this blood splatter pop up on your loading screens, it meant that there was an issue with the game recognizing your armor. And if you attempted to play an expedition like that, you were going to get one-shotted by even the smallest of enemies. Now, I've been seeing this blood splatter screen since New Horizon went live on a consistent basis. I used to see it prior to New Horizon and post-patch, where they fixed the damage mitigation issues, but at that point, we were told it was merely a visual leftover from the fix, but that the mitigation was corrected. So again, I was very rarely seeing this blood splatter loading screen until New Horizon went live, and since that day, I have been seeing it consistently. Now, this should have been red flag number one for someone like me, as I consider myself to be an experienced and veteran Outrider. But here comes issue number two, and this is the one that really bit me squarely on the ass, and it has to do with the Borealis Monarch gear set. Now, since the game launched, Borealis has never worked properly, as the gear set bonuses were there in text form, but they just wouldn't proc, making this set absolutely worthless to anyone using a Techno. Prior to New Horizon, it was supposedly given a clean bill of health and was said to have been working properly. So naturally, when I went in to update my Ultimate Toxic Techno build guide, I of course spent time optimizing my build around Borealis for that insane plus 90% bonus damage versus frozen targets. And here's where I really messed up with that testing and that build guide. You see, I spent time with Killing Spree, Dark Sacrifice, and Ultimate Freezing Bullets on my primary weapon. I tried them all out. I recorded the footage and I played it back, and from that footage, I decided to make a professional decision and I went with Killing Spree. Now technically, I was seeing the highest damage numbers for using Dark Sacrifice, but I made a professional decision not to use it for my build guide just due to the huge health chunks I lost while using Dark Sacrifice, and the fact I was not using mitigation from death on my gear. Anyways, fast forward to yesterday, and while streaming, I had viewers asking me in real time why I was using Killing Spree over Ultimate Freezing Bullets. And I honestly explained to them about how I had tested them all out, and I found the freezing rounds to produce the least amount of damage. Now, what was suggested next as a possible remedy for the gear set, and I am still kicking myself in the ass for not remembering to try this out. Anyways, in the past, if you were having problems with mitigation issues or something like a gear set like Borealis not working properly, there was a simple suggestion to log into the game on the character in question, replace that gear set that wasn't working with other gear, log out completely from the game, log back into that same character, and then re-equip the gear set in question before trying it out in a mission. You see, there seems to be some sort of issue with Outriders recognizing that gear set from a cold boot up, and will therefore not apply the damage bonuses. Guess what? That simple remedy worked like a freaking charm. Borealis immediately came to life, and I was popping targets faster than ever before. Now, I used Coliseum for my testing ground, and I purposely left the Broodmother at the final encounter to really showcase the three builds. Now, just so you can see, here is that build without Borealis working properly, and I am using Ultimate Freezing Bullets. All right, here's clip number 2, and I'm using the exact same build, but I'm using Killing Spree. And finally, clip number 3, after using the armor trick and logging back in, here is the same build with Borealis now working properly, and I'm using Ultimate Freezing Bullets. What a difference, right? So, in summation, if you find that your Borealis Techno build is just not hitting like a freaking tank, it is probably encountering the same issue that I saw. Use the trick of taking the Borealis pieces off your Techno, log completely out of the game, log back into the game, and then re-equip the Borealis pieces before jumping into an expedition or whatever mission you want to run. Also, now that I can see the actual damage numbers with Borealis and Ultimate Freezing Bullets working correctly in combo, I would absolutely suggest that you use my Techno build guide for everything except for the fact that you should replace Killing Spree or Dark Sacrifice with Ultimate Freezing Bullets. I don't know if this video really helped you out, but I needed to put it out there because I really felt like a serious dumbass once I tried out the old armor trick and it worked. In case you aren't yet a sub, please smash that sub button and ring the bell to receive all future upload notifications from my channel. If you could be so kind as to rate and or share this video, it would be greatly appreciated, and it really goes a long way to getting the video promoted within the YouTube algorithms. Our Discord population has been growing by leaps and bounds, and I invite you all to join in. Just look in this video description, click on the open invite link, accept the rules, and you are in. We've got every angle of Outriders covered for you, including LFG channels and free voice rooms so you can squad up with other players and play the game as it was intended to be played, meaning actually using microphones. Also, don't forget to find and follow me on Twitch for weekly streams, and of course you can follow me on Twitter, posting my thoughts on most things gaming related. Links to all of these platforms in the video description below. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, still feeling like a dumbass, but at least I'm signing off.